What's going on? Tectonic Edge here, playing some more Eldrazi Tron, and I believe we're going to keep this. We've got a pretty good slate of cards here. If we can get one more Eldrazi Temple, we're good. If we get one more land, we're in a good shape. Opponent goes first, so let's see what they start off with. Plains, is this going to be a Taxes deck? It's possible. It could be that mono white deck. Could be a few things at this point. Not playing anything is interesting. We'll start off with the Eldrazi Temple. I think a second Eldrazi Temple would be pretty nice here. And we should get a better idea of what they're doing this turn. So starting off with the Plains. Worst case, we get Matter Reshaper, second Plains. Are they going to play a threat this turn? They could try and shut us down with something. Thalia. Yep. Non-creature spells, one more to cast. Good thing with this hand, we're not really planning on playing one creature spells. Another Eldrazi Temple will be great. Another Chalice of the Void. Alright. We are a little short on lands at this point, so... The bet was hoping that we'd get another land, and it does not look like we went that path. If we find a land on the draw, I think we're in a good spot. If we don't, we're in a little bit of trouble. If they attack, we definitely block because we are looking for that land so we can start playing the Thought-Knot Seers and the Reality Smashers. Alright, they got a Leonin Arbiter, and do we draw a land? We do. Very nice. So we can run out the Thought-Knot Seer. We've got one Thought-Knot Seer this turn, one next turn. Oh, that's unfortunate. But that's a little lucky. So even if they do Field of Ruin next turn, we still get out a Smasher. Or sorry, not a Smasher, but a guaranteed second Thought-Knot Seer. Possibly a Reality Smasher. Unless they target that land. Yep, that is unfortunate. So we do need a good draw here. Which we get. Nice. So we're actually going to go for the threat because they didn't really have that much in hand. That was a very lucky draw on our part. It lets us hold up for that next Field of Ruin. It does trade their whole board state. In which case... we'll go ahead and Chalice for one. They will path. We'll grab a waste. And we've got second Reality Smasher, so we are in a good spot even with that second Field of Ruin. That is our last basic, though. which is unfortunate. Tarngate Creator is pretty good, but I think we just want the Reality Smasher at this point. Especially since Path is off the table here. We'll swing in, just start dealing damage. We can get a Karn out next turn. We are out of basics, so Leon and Arbiter doesn't matter anymore if they have a second. Alright, we just start swinging in. They have a Plains left in hand, so we'll see what they have that can do anything. And we get round one. Nice. Cool, because we were running out of options for the lands. If they took us down one more land, we were going to be in a little bit of trouble. We're going to take in the Warping Whales. Probably go down a... What do we want to go down here? Maze Mind Tome, and yeah, we'll go down the 2 Maze Mind Tomes. They're good for refilling the hand, but I feel like we need the removal a little bit more. Just ways to get rid of their creatures. You know what? We'll bring in the Spatial Contortion. Oh, nope, now out of time. It's got Chalice, it's got removal, but it's only got 2 Tron lands and no way to start playing actual threats. This is a risky hand if I were to keep, so we're going to mulligan. And a 1 land's not much better. And a 1 land's not much better. And I think we're going to have to keep that. 3 cards on the bottom. Do we get rid of our protection or our threat? This could go badly for us. This is a pretty weak hand against this deck. And this is why it's a very weak hand against this deck. So that expedition map can't be used for another few turns, which is unfortunate. Which means we just hold up the mana here. If he has something else to play, he'll Ghost Quarter here. Stoneforge Mystic, yeah, it's going to be rough. Definitely a weaker hand. Had we been on the play, this might have been more feasible, but we got some bad hands in there. We weren't keeping a 1 land. We may have been better off with that first hand, but I wasn't going to trust a hand that just had 2 lands in it and no way to really play anything else. So what he does here is he's going to pass turn, Ghost Quarter, which is going to force our hand. That's unfortunate. However, since we've already paid in, we're going to play a little risky here and hope he doesn't have a second option. Grab ourselves a tower. So if he has another, if he has a Field of Ruin or Ghost Quarter, we've definitely, okay, lost the gamble there, but we didn't really have any choice but to gamble. The Dismember is nice. Unfortunately, that Giver of Runes makes it fairly useless. And they've got another Ghost Quarter, so they pretty much have just creatures here. We pretty much need to find our creatures. That's unfortunate. Useful, but I think it's going to be a turn too late. That's really unfortunate. Well, actually, no. It may be our best opportunity. So what we're going to do here, get rid of the first Giver of Runes so we have the chance. I think we still try and get Tron, right? The other... And we'll shut down 1-drops. This one's a close one. I'm going to need a way to deal with their board state if I want to live this, because they're going to swing 2 here. Pretty much I need Tron right here, right? And we're a mana short for that, unfortunately. So, we can play a 1-drop, which really doesn't get us anywhere. This turn, yep. We'll go ahead and concede that game, go to game 3. Bring in the spatial contortion as well. Going very heavy on the removal. Definitely going to take the play. That could be the big advantage. And yes, that is definitely going to be a keep. If we can draw a Thought-Knot Seer, that's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we just get the Matter Reshaper out and then we're into the not being able to do anything. Turn 1 Ghost Quarter is going to suck. Alright, they don't go for it. So, Thought-Knot Seer, let's see if we can get lucky. Nope, but we will get a Matter Reshaper out. So they have a choice here as to whether they're going to use the Ghost Quarter this turn or not, which looking like they may be setting up that way, which is unfortunate. Yep. Ooh, but that was a very lucky draw on our part, because we're still going to have enough mana to run out the Reality Smasher. So they are down a land for that. They're definitely counting on those Aether Vials. We've got a pseudo removal next turn. In that we'll have Walking Ballista online for 2. And we will be 2 turns away if they don't have another land. So I believe they don't block here. But we're fine if they do. Alright, well, we get that out in the field. And we'll run this out here for 2. Now we're going to go grab an equipment. Let's see what they grab. Batterskull. Batterskull is very good. We're going to pass turn. That all is dust will come in clutch. Upping that to 2 may have been a mistake. Because we do get to cast the All is Dust next turn. So, yeah, it looks like we're in a very good position. Alright, well, we'll get rid of the Warping Whale. And get rid of the Stoneforge Mystic. Alright, we'll get him for a little bit of damage here. They do get the activation. Which is unfortunate. And this is unfortunate because they have a Leonin Arbiter here. Alright, that was a pretty good play on their part. It's going to come down to, do they have that other land? If they don't get another land, we are still likely going to win this with that All is Dust. If they do have one, we need to draw the 4th Eldrazi Temple, which is not likely at this point. The good news is if they got the land, I think they would have played it. Path is unfortunate here. And we're both going to be out of resources for a while. And I get my 0/0 blue illusion creature, which technically I don't because I sacrificed the Walking Ballista, but I'm in a little bit better position because I still have lands. And I'm going to shut down 2 drops next turn. Actually, no, we'll shut down 1 drops. Because he still has a way to get around. With the Aether Vials, he can play 2 or 3 drops. And I messed myself up there. Did that in the wrong order. That's unfortunate. Alright, that gives him a very strong advantage here. I don't think we come back from that one. And Tron is not what we need. We ended up flooding out. So that's going to be the end of that game. Thank you for watching. Tectonic Edge, signing out.